Alright, today is Friday 26th September, and the time is 2:22. 1 second. Alright, there was news at 1:30 and we have news at 3 o'clock. I don't see if the 1:30 done anything, but I feel like this 3 o'clock shouldn't do anything crazy. So we're good to trade. So we'll start with ES because we're already here. We've got this weekly fair value gap over here that we haven't tapped into, but essentially we're bullish on the weekly. Daily, oh, this is nice. We have this fair value gap right here. Tapped in once over here, nice reaction to the upside. Tapped in again, could see another reaction to the upside. So for now, we're still bullish on the daily. 4 hour, 1 second, mark out 2:30, 2:30, 5, why is it not? 2:35 o'clock, 4 hour. 4 hours bullish. I do want it to come inverse this gap over here. We are in this gap currently. Bearish. But ideally I want to come target these hands up here. We got this low resistance over here. Low resistance liquidity. Low resistance. And we have buy side, also all-time highs. And then we got sell side over here. And change this to low resistance. Also there, low resistance. Should be doing this on the hourly, but for now we have this 4 hour gap tapped into over here. Daily, see on the hourly. Market opens in 5 minutes, so we still got time. Change this to hourly lows because that's what it is. Hourly lows, I mean these could be session lows. This is an hourly high. But, oh yeah, I forgot to mention this right here, SMT. I saw it yesterday. I mean yesterday I didn't trade. But yeah, I mean I didn't trade yesterday, so due to markets I didn't really have a fixed bias. It could have continued going lower or it started reversing like it did. Well, I don't want to risk capital. Right here, this was the SMT I was talking about. Got higher time frame SMT. With this never took the low, over here took the low, and then over here as well, with this to there, that's another SMT, where this got taken, and over here it didn't get taken. So on the hourly, these are the targets I want to go to. Just like that. Minute. Let's look at sessions and equal highs and lows. Okay, bingo. London and Asia low. London low. Asia low, beautiful. And then we have, yes, I'm low key. I mean, I did come in with a bullish bias, but the way price action is looking, actually, like news 130, data low. That's data lows. That's day high. If we come market open and take all these lows, and then yeah. But ideally, hourly, we're inside that daily fair value gap. And like you do want to see these lows get taken. Hourly, we are bearish, even though we did break structure to the upside. Let's quickly do NQ. Clock, weekly, clearly bullish on the weekly, daily, we came inside that, even this lower gap all the way down here, and we respected this gap over here as well, so I would be bullish. There's respected two fair value gaps on the daily. And with this SMT, ideally I want these lows to get taken and then we push up, but that's the low I'll be targeting when market opens. So I could be looking for shorts just here, London and Asia lows. Hourly, nope. Nope. Might pick on the wrong ones. Hourly lows. Could consider this sell side, even though I see it as a protected low due to the S&T. I would want it to go higher. High. Resistance. And this couldn't be asked to type out again. So yeah, market's open. Looks like we're going to be dumping to those Asia London lows. London low. Asia low already got taken. So it's just another S&T 130. That was data lows. Right here. Data lows got swept. I want all of these lows to get taken, so I look for buys up to those highs. And there's equal lows on London lows. Should be looking for sells on ES. ES looks like it might give me a better entry. Taken. Yes, okay, does look like it might give me a better entry. I mean, both of them took those data lows. But the fact that London low is equal lows, it's giving me more reason to come lower. o'clock, 12:25, 6 o'clock, 12:25. Use at 3 o'clock. Or copy trading. Okay. Both came and swept their lows. 1 o'clock. That's an SMT. SMT. Recreate something over here, then I don't mind looking for entries to target these hourly highs, low resistance, maybe even all-time highs all the way up there. 15 minute, tapped into this 15-minute gap. My bias is bullish. I'm gonna have to stick to it, and this gap is still valid. It's massive V-shaped recovery. I mean, I could have entered off this. Stops there. That's a terrible restore or just that's a 1-to-1. But honestly, I'd rather wait for like a 5-minute confirmation that we're going higher. Because if we take this and this fails to take it, that could create an SMT, even though my bias is bullish. Look here is the bear, looking like the bear prepared to trade. Came back into this inverse gap, up to there, that's an SMT. Go to that. And still in the 5-minute. Price reverses all the way down here and then gives me an entry. I'll take it. I-FVG. This has a possibility of being such a good long to at least this low resistance high. We came, we swept all of these lows and with a strong reaction out. Same over here, we came, swept out all of these lows. So I gotta wait for. make you feel like that was the entry off of this 3 minute fair value gap. I mean, it tapped into this 3 minute I-FVG. I-FVG, jump on the 1 minute. I want to see some sort of entry confirmation in this 1 minute. Maybe a breaker structure or fair value gap entry. In terms of equilibrium, it's all the way down there. But it's at that point, I might have missed the whole move. Could enter this along the stops of the targeting that high, just like that. That could be the entry. 5 minute. Did have this 5 minute inverse. Did tap back into it. Now I just need to see something happen in the 1 minute. He's going to take that hourly high out. That hourly fair value gap? No, that hourly inverse that I got tapped into. So I need to see something nice in this 1 minute to get a nice entry on NQ. Build up all of this liquidity on it to come take it. I needed to make a fair value gap, like a bearish fair value gap for us to come inverse, but yes, it's come and taken all the lows I wanted to take. Might even come take this low and top into this fair value gap all the way here. I got taken. Came back deeper. 1 second, that is 236, 236. Another SMT. Yes, come lower into here, so you can be within EQ as well. I'm going to come into here this 5 minute. Is that 1 minute? So 1 minute inverse. Probably it's going to continue higher, but I still haven't got any real entry confirmation unless we break structure with this candle. I would want to enter. It's on the 30-second. Got this 30-second gap over here. See price retraces back into it. Mark out that 1 minute gap that we're creating currently. Got this 30-second gap, looks like it's holding, which is definitely within EQ. Nope. Looks like we've created an SMT off those highs. That's it. Tapped into EQ over here. Get rid of that. If we come up and invest this gap, I'll be happy to take the trade. Don't want it to invest it just now. 236, 236. It just needs to hold. That's it. Wrong time frame, I was so confused for a second. See. So we might entry if we invest it here. Break even at the high. 8, 7, 6,
Order filled.
and I'm in. I don't know if I should go break even at that point. Long stops right there. Could target this for 1 to 1.38. I could even go higher for the other one. I mean, I'm in for 3 contracts, so can have TP1 here. So limit 1, hourly. So sell limit 1 is sell limit 2, and I'll look for another place. 5 minute break even should be at this 5 minute gap, so jump on the 5 minute. This 5 minute gap right here, that's my break even. Break even very soon. On the hourly, it's the 2 o'clock high. Yeah, correct TPs. Jump back on the 1 minute. That's it. Change it to 5 minute. 5 minute. Okay. Break even. Yep, break even. And we just go around to that TP and risk off. See if I'm risk off on the other account as well.
Order filled.
Right, and I got stop tab break even. See if we're just retracing back into here. If you get a nice close out of here, and then I'll take the trade and retrace back into this. Nice close, and I'll take the trade. It's like we're just retracing back into there. 5 minute, then 2 minute, 3 minute. Got another gap over here. See if we come and inverse it. Delivering off this. Second 241. If we inverse it, I'll enter. So I need to close above that. see if I can get an entry here. It's tapped into that gap and then pushed up higher. I'm still strong with the trade. I'm not going to enter unless we get a nice inverse of this. If we don't get an inverse, then I'm not going to enter. Trade 1, break even and take it. $36 up.
Order filled.
And I'm in. Stops at that low. Break even at this high. Let me put my TPs up again. Hourly. Wait a second, did we invest? Yeah, we invested. Along there. Stops a bit. One to 4 is that first TP. Honestly, I'll just hold it to that first TP. 3k. Break even over here. And I might get stopped out here. And I'm out. Oh my days. I missed my stop loss by a pip. He's going to come back and take my stop loss, isn't it? My stop should be down here. But I'm going to leave it here. Leave it there. See how this closes.
Order filled.
And I'm out. Down 1k. All day. Knock me out. Break even and then an L. Came back lower. What is this price action? Don't say it's going to go straight back up. I believe in this trade, so I'm going to enter with 2 contracts.
Order filled.
Stops down here. Break even is the same place. Targeting that same take profit all the way up. Here. 2k. Break even is still the same high. Don't know why this is showing. Nice. It's a nice push. Take my one profit out that high, and then another one at the other high. See how this goes. Oh yeah, break even. Forgot to mark. Break even's right at that high. Damn, I locked myself at the other account, but it's alright. I have a bit more to have a bit more to try and get this account passed, so let's see. Slowly but surely, TP will be hit. In terms of ES is moving to that high. Barely tapped into that 5-minute gap, but we did tap into this inverse. Gave this one a lot of room to breathe. So let's see. Three o'clock. Oh, that was 3 o'clock news, and I'm going break even. I'm out. No, I'm not out, but I'm in the trade break even. There we go. So if it reverses all the way back down to here, then I'm out. If not, we're good. This is gonna go take out this high. There should be TP1, sell one over there, and then my final TP up there. Yeah, that's more cleaner. That's it. Change it to 1 hour. Okay. There we go, we're moving. Down 3%. Trade goes good, then I'm back at around break even. Right, 3.84, 3.84, around there. Just watch over here. Oh, no way I can break even. No way I get stopped at break even. You gonna take out that high?
Order filled.
There we go, break even, and that's me done. I'm not gonna try catch more trades. Anyway, down 1% on this account, down another 1% on this account, got 2% left on that account, and I have basically 1% on that account. I think I moved my stops break even. Otherwise, I would have been cooked. Well, I'm going to get my trade recap and trade journal done, and I will get back to you guys. Okay, I'm done with my trade recap and trade journal. Time is 4:20, and it is still the same date. So I was trading NQ, which was a mistake. I was meant to be trading ES, but hey. Account was eval, bias was bullish of the trade, but my overall bias was bearish. Confidences we had was clean candle structure, liquidity sweep, multi-time frame backing, equilibrium, fair value gap, inverse fair value gap, and an SMT. Date September 26th. Outcome was a loss of a P&L of 2k. Risk reward, I took 3 and I averaged it to a 1 to 4 because there was 1 to 3 and then there was another 2 1 to 5s. So I averaged it 1 to 4. The trade itself, I'll give it an A, but because of being too married to it and not seeing what I was meant to see, I'll give it a B. So this was the trade itself. We had news today 1:30. This was day low. Price came, swept day low, traded SMT with day low, left behind a 1 minute inverse within equilibrium. Price came, tapped into it, nice wick rejection, strong candle close on the next one, inverse in this fair value gap. And yeah, I entered off that. It was a clean trade. I would take it again. And then what happened? My break even was at the 5 minute fair value gap. So this was a bearish fair value gap, so my break even point was there. Price tapped it to the pip and then reversed it, taking me out break even. I entered again. Why? Because we came back into this fair value gap, inverse fair value gap on the 1 minute. Price shot back up, inversing this fair value gap. So I entered again, thinking I was too early. Got stopped out straight away. So this was break even, loss, and then this I entered again. Why? Because I had strong conviction in the trade at the time. We had a strong close, basically breaking structure, but no, I'm not going to class it as break or structure. I entered off of it, pushed up, break even point, got stopped at break even, and yeah, that was the trade itself. This first trade, I'll give it an A, but these two, they were more of a forced trade at the end of the day, and I can admit that. Regardless, psychology during the trading trade recap, I'll give it a 6.5. Today I came into the markets with a bullish bias, respecting the daily fair value gap and noting the SMT that formed at the low, where I showed you, not this SMT, there was like a massive SMT at the bottom. I'll show you after. Formed at the low where price tapped that zone. My plan was to see ES take London lows. Also, it was equal lows on ES, London low, and Asia low before looking for longs. But at the open, price dumped to day low, took day low, and then pumped, forming another SMT at the bottom, which made me flip my bias and look for longs. It was a good trade to take, and yeah. I'll explain why it wasn't a good trade at the same time. I mean, this one, yes, but after I took break even there, I should have seen something, which at the time I didn't. I executed well in terms of patience and entry precision. I marked out a 15-minute fair value gap waited for price to retrace into a 1 minute. So all of this whole thing was within this move up was a 15-minute fair value gap over here. Or no, over here was a 15-minute fair value gap, and this was a wick on the high time frame. Price retrace into the 1 minute I-FVG with an EQ right here. I ended after a strong bullish candle invalidating bearish fair value gap. That first trade was small and I managed correctly by moving to break even at the 5-minute fair value gap above. Unfortunately, I was stopped at break even. It was a good L to take. It wasn't an L, but it was break even. The problem started when I felt married to the idea. I justified the second attempt thinking I was just early, but price dumped further and I took a loss. Even after that, I re-entered again on a strong break of structure candle. I'll put it in this. As I explained, took the L, entered again. This was with reduced risk and again managed to break even before price reversed and dumped to London lows. Looking back, the real issue wasn't my entries, it was being too invested in the bullish side and missing the obvious SMT with ES, which clearly signaled the short into my original targets. My bias flip was adaptive in the moment, but it made me lose sight of the higher probability draw on liquidity I already mapped out. Psychologically, I showed patience and discipline on entries, but I fell into confirmation bias and stubbornness once the first trade idea took hold. I let myself get too focused on being right with the longs instead of accepting the strongest short scenario unfolding. I know where price is going, but my profits will only come if I trust my original analysis, stay patient and avoid forcing trades when liquidity targets are already clear. Lesson of the day: stick with the mapped draws unless I have overwhelming reasons to flip. Adaptive is good, but stubbornness, adaptation against liquidity targets essentially ends up into overtrading and missing a real move. So the sell that I was talking about, you can see already kind of started on that screenshot I took, but this was it. Where on NQ you can see price swept the highs and it didn't sweep these hourly highs. So the target I was targeting ended up being an SMT, and yeah, price swept it. I should have known at that point around here that, what time did we sweep it? We swept it at 240. 240, I was all the way still down here. So on this candle, that should have been already an SMT. So I should have been looking for some sort of sells to the downside, and it would have been right here of this inverse. It's a shame, but at that same time we created this inverse. Price inversed it, I would have entered off here. My stops are this high because if it came to this high, it was most likely going to take that high. So why risk more when I could just move my stops here? Targeting London, these equal lows as well as London lows. So that's equal low with London low, and then Asia low resting right underneath it. So this is where I would have entered over here. We had this inversed, I-FVG inversed, enter straight off that inverse candle, stops at a high, and then targeting London low, just like that, 1 to 5. Break even right here. There we go. That would have been such a quick trade to my TP, but all because I wanted to be married to the longs, even though I came in saying I want to target these lows. The SMT I was talking about is if you come to the 30-minute, you'll be able to see. 1 second. Where the hell's the SMT gone? No, over here. This SMT right here. On the hourly, we had this SMT. Looks like we're creating yet another SMT over here. So trading NQ was probably the play to London lows. But the fact that we have these equal lows on the hourly, and second, let me get rid of that and that. Yeah, come on, let's be serious. Price is probably going to come drop down to those lows. And I messed up. Why? Because I was too invested in the buys on NQ. All because I saw a nice wick rejection and a nice reaction to the upside break instruction on the 5 minute. I mean, overall, the trade wasn't bad. It wasn't a terrible trade, but I should have seen this SMT forming right here. I mean, you already learned from mistakes, and yeah, mistake I caught was not basically blind to the SMT that was forming, and being too, this trade's gonna hit, this trade's gonna hit, this trade's gonna hit. So if you get married to a trade, then you're basically cooking yourself. Regardless, this first trade idea, I would take it again, 100%. These two after that, iffy. This should have been a winning day. Why? Because I would have taken this break even and then realized that we were creating an SMT even just to this high. That's still an SMT sweeping out all of these highs. And then what happens? I'll wait for an inverse. We don't get an inverse all the way until over here, where we create yet another SMT. At the same time, we're sweeping liquidity over here, sweeping all of these liquidities over here, respecting this 5 minute gap. I mean, it's just, the more I'm looking at it, the more obvious the trade would have been. Right here, you live and you learn. And yeah, that is me done for today and this week. Next week is like a good trading week, and it's Wednesday will be October 1st, so hopefully we get good price action, because some of these days I was having good trades but terrible price action. So, and from now on I'm 100% risking only 500, so that's either 1 or 2 contracts. I think I'm going to be doing 1 contract per trade now, just so that this can have a little bit more breathing room, rather than risking almost 3 contracts and getting stopped out earlier than I need to. I mean, this one is still on 2k before it goes, so we live and we learn. Mistakes happen. And yeah, you're just gonna have to, from now on, stick to what works. I'm on my days. I'm at that stage where I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm supposed to be doing. I know how to get my buyers to draw on liquidity. This whole week, I've known where price is going, but I haven't been profiting on it anywhere. So I'm at that point where I know what I'm doing, I know what I'm supposed to be doing. All the technicals is down. All that is left is that my P&L is not reflecting that. It's a shame, it happens, but I just know very soon I'll be milking payouts, and I know for 100% sure that by the end of the year I'm going to be max allocation with Top Step, 150k max allocation. It's just a matter of time. And yeah, I'm still going to be showing up every day, sticking to what works, and yeah, let's get it. catch you guys next week Monday. Yeah, next week Monday. And yeah, hopefully we get that account out drawdown straight into profitability and then past. Catch you guys next week. Have a good rest of your day. Peace.